Hello, and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show where we show you one cool thing which we are testing out in the PC Mag labs. I'm Sasha Sieg, and this is Michael Muchmore. If you are watching us on Facebook, then please comment, ask questions, generally say anything you like, and Social Pete over here will call out your questions to us, and we will respond on air. If you are watching us later on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and consider coming over to Facebook at 10 a.m. Eastern on weekdays and joining the conversation. So today on One Cool Thing, we have Michael has some solutions to a personal problem I have. And here's the personal problem I have, which is that I am right now hundreds of dollars in hock to the Girl Scouts of America. I own a personal Girl Scout, and we've been selling cookies throughout the neighborhood and throughout the office, in fact. And so there's a lot of people right now who owe us money for cookies. This is very important. If I don't get the money, they're not going to get their cookies, and I have no idea actually how to collect some of that money, although I have noticed that people are leaving mysterious amounts of cash under my computer keyboard in my office.
I've got your answer, Sasha.
How do you do it?
Because everyone now uses a mobile payment app. And the most popular one, I think, is Venmo. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And it's probably something that a lot of you already know about. But I was surprised. I was going to title this show "The Shocking Truth About Venmo."
Yeah, because I was going to say. So I know that I am a 19th century person when it comes to adopting these things. And Venmo has been around for quite a while. Why are we talking about it today?
Okay, it's a big thing with the millennials. We're not supposed to say that anymore, I guess. It's because it's anyway.
Oh God, the YouTube comments on this are just going to be turn off the YouTube comments.
Well, okay. Here's the thing about Venmo that really kind of surprised me, and it surprised other people that were using it that I knew. Venmo makes a public stream of all your payment history.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. That's kind of one of the things people hate most about Venmo, right?
Except I ran into people that have been using it for years, and what? They didn't realize that. They're like, let me go into my privacy settings, right? And then there are others that are do like to show off, because a lot of the social media world, that's all it's about, is showing off, right? So why not just show off?
But also, I'm
what payments I made.
Yeah, I'm on social media. I don't want randos knowing who I'm giving money to.
Apparently, there are people who do. So anyway, if you weren't aware that all of your payments by default were showing up in this stream of payments of all your contacts.
Stream of payment consciousness.
Yeah, I can see everyone, basically all my Facebook friends, I can see whatever payments they made.
Okay, so show the stream of payment consciousness to the viewers and show them how to turn it off.
Right, okay, so here it is, just random, and you can see everyone in the world. These are people I don't even know, and I can see that Drew Kepler paid Jared Linguist. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But, I don't know who these people are. I don't care that they paid. But anyway, Venmo thinks that that's an appealing thing. I won't go through it, but basically you just go into your security settings and you can turn that privacy setting off. And, should we try it?
Yeah, I think you should try it. I could swear that on that feed there, you just showed a woman paying a man for sex. I don't even want to know that that's going on.
That totally would happen. So I can go into privacy here, and I actually have it set up. And audience is the top thing. Participants only. But that is not the default. That's the part that surprised me. When you first set up this account, by default, it's showing everyone your.
So participants only.
So if you hadn't done anything, if you hadn't gone here.
Participants only just means that you and the person who you have transacted with can see the transaction.
Exactly.
No one else can see transactions.
Exactly. And as you know, you can either request a payment or send a payment. And Venmo is owned by PayPal. I
was going to say, next dark secret about Venmo. So before the show, Michael made me sign up for Venmo. It turned out I had already been signed up for Venmo in some mysterious way. I didn't understand.
Because you had a PayPal account?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I sign up for Venmo, and I get an email from PayPal.
Right. And the funny thing is PayPal has its own competing payment app. Which does not have that stream, and you can pay anyone on PayPal. It's almost more universal in a way, because I think anyone who's bought stuff on the internet has a PayPal account. So
But
you can pay anyone.
But can you pay Venmo people through PayPal?
Ooh. That's a good question. I haven't tried that. Oh, see, I need to use my face to get into my PayPal account.
So Venmo is PayPal. Now, are Venmo and PayPal also Facebook?
No.
Okay.
They're PayPal.
They are a separate company.
They're Elon Musk, right?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think he started PayPal. But anyway, yeah. But see, the PayPal app itself is a lot more clear, and you don't have to worry about seeing this stream of. So if I want to send money to Sasha, I'm not showing it, but I get a nice big keypad. And
Right.
It's kind of a nicer interface.
And so now we'll go to another of those interfaces in a minute, but first I want to take some questions. And you know I will not have the answers.
And I may not.
Is this the app that you would use personally?
Let's wait a minute. Let's wait a minute until we've shown more apps, okay?
Okay.
Because that PayPal screen reminded me of the Square Cash screen.
Okay, yeah, the Square Cash is actually the simplest, most bare bones one. So there's a big dollar sign.
I like Square Cash because as an
there's
idiot.
a big,
Yeah.
All it does is see the PayPal app and the Venmo app. They add these other side things, like even the PayPal app. They like hook up with local restaurants, pre-order stuff from restaurants, and do charities, and it's sort of complicated. But this Square Cash one, it's just a number, and then choose the person, pay the number, or request the money. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Okay, now there's a big question about these that I've been struggling with, which is how do you get the money out of these apps?
Oh, well, you connect them to your ATM card. And see, this is what I don't understand. Why would you can keep a balance in these. So Venmo, I can keep $150 on my Venmo card. Why? Just put it. You can also have. They also usually have an auto deposit option to send it via your ATM into your bank account immediately whenever you get money.
Okay.
Which, to me, that's what makes sense.
So
there's no reason to keep a balance of money, as far as I can tell, in a Square Cash or in a Venmo account.
So far we have Venmo, we have PayPal, we have Square Cash. Are there any more?
There are a lot more. Yeah. Well, there's Google Wallet. Oh, this is a funny part. Google Wallet, Pay with Google, Android Pay. And there's one more, Google Pay.
Can't you pay people?
Google, they're all going to be turned into Google Pay.
Okay.
At some point, these four things will all become one.
Can you pay people through Facebook too?
That's actually the way I have find the easiest way, because Facebook Messenger actually.
Okay, so Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And then Apple Pay.
And then Apple Pay. Now the thing with Apple Pay is it's fine and it works and it's connected to your Apple Wallet. But it only works with people who have iPhones. So
Yes.
if you're paying someone with an Android, you can't use Apple Pay.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have like 7 different online payment solutions here, 7 different app payment solutions. What would you say is the easiest? Because I don't want to have 5 of these.
Well, to be honest, I've used Facebook Pay and I do find that Facebook payments. And since I already have Messenger, I'm chatting with someone, I can just hit the pay button. For some reason, it hasn't taken off and people don't really use it as much.
I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to say why this is not a recommendation for everyone after we take this question.
For people who aren't familiar with these apps, how do they get the money, like the receiver?
That's what I'm saying. How do you get the actual money?
Well, I mean, it goes into your bank account. If you've ever used PayPal, it's the same idea.
In the app, this is something I was saying up this morning. In the app, you have to enter the online login for your bank account's website, or you enter the details from your debit card or the bottom of a check. That links the app to your bank account, and then the app can then dump the money into your bank account.
Right. There is an option to link a credit card, and that's a little different. Obviously, you can't get money into your credit card. And the other deal is if you pay with a credit card, you're going to have a 3% fee, which is actually, if you pay $100, you'll have $3.
So what I was going to say about you and the Facebook Pay thing, okay,
Sure.
is there is some necklace douche on YouTube who was like giving advice to other like 20-year-olds trying to become YouTube stars, and he was like, well, you still have to promote yourself on Facebook because there's old dead people who still use Facebook. And like there's a real generational gap I think, there between people who use Facebook a lot
Right.
and people who are using some of these other devices.
I have friends with kids, and they all have Facebook accounts. They don't use them as much as they use, I guess, Snapchat or whatever they're using now.
But to transact with each
Yeah.
other, Venmo or Square Cash might actually be more
yeah.
au courant.
But the funny thing is, Venmo is pretty hooked into Facebook too. So I mean, a lot of that social stuff. the
It
connections
uses
you-
Facebook for your basic identity
Yeah,
information.
and you can sign in with Facebook.
Yeah,
So I feel like Facebook is like just having a telephone these
So
days.
now,
It's like
let's
you
talk
might not
about
use it, but we have it.
let's talk about safety and security. I am concerned about people getting into these systems and stealing all my money.
Yeah, well, I mean that's an issue with your bank account, with everything you do online. There can be hackers that I mean, look at the Equifax thing. That was a super trusted platform.
Are any of these necessarily better than
I
anything
can't
else?
vouch that you won't have money stolen through. Now, one thing you do have to worry about is a lot of these have like an online, like Square Cash has a cash tag with a $sign in the beginning, and you know, I can go to a website and I use your cash tab and I can pay you money from any web browser like that. Now the problem is there have been scams where someone will try to put a ton of money into your account and then somehow hack the money out of you, or you know, so you have to be really careful with getting your payment receiving.
Actually, what you're
amount.
describing is advanced fee fraud.
Okay.
Okay, there's a very famous internet fraud, and this would be the next generation of it, I think, called advanced fee fraud, which takes advantage of the difference in time between when a receiving bank on a preliminary basis says it has the money and when the sending bank actually sends the money. This had to do a lot with, especially in the early internet, this had to do with checks. And people would send you a check, you would deposit it, you would appear to have the money, you would then send money to a third person, but the original check would bounce. That's, yeah.
I don't know if I understand that, but
Okay. But it sounds like these kinds of online payment services
there's
can have the
always
same kind of
frauds.
fraud.
There's always fraud.
problems.
So I guess the real point is if somebody decides, oh, some stranger is giving me $5,000, or actually that's something. There's a limit of a few $100s to start with these per week. You can build up your limit. You can't send unlimited amounts of money.
You have
with
not
these.
received a mysterious inheritance from an estranged
So if
great
somebody
uncle.
tries to send you $1,000 in one of these apps, don't accept it because you're going to be in trouble.
Okay. Do we have any more questions out there right now, by the way?
Just a couple people pointing out that PayPal and Square Cash each have debit cards. So even if you don't have a bank account, you could use the debit card to withdraw the money that you have in your account.
Yeah, you could do that. Okay, so there is a reason you might want to keep a balance in one of these. Apple Pay Cash is the same deal, where like you can have, but
Well, with Apple Pay, you have a virtual debit card in your phone.
right, and a lot of these, another advantage of a lot of these is that if you get a gift credit card, you can put that money into one of these payment apps, which is, I guess, sort of convenient.
So I mean, the feeling I'm getting on this is everybody else is better than Venmo in some way. Venmo sucks. Why does anyone like Venmo?
Well, the other thing is that since everyone has it, then
So
I
it
don't
was
know about
just
everyone, but it's got the mass.
It was just a first mover advantage kind of thing.
Exactly. So
Okay.
you're pretty. Should we end with a fun thing? I'm going to use Siri to pay you. All right.
Really? Let's see if that works.
Pay Sasha $2. Now look at this. Are we on camera here? Whoop.
And that's not going to work because you
Let's do it
are
again.
serious listening.
Pay Sasha $2. So I have all these apps installed.
No, you see, if you keep talking, it's not going to work. But you get the idea.
I'm trying to explain it.
You get the idea.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions before we go? Terrific. Okay, so that has been mobile and online payment. from One Cool Thing at PC Mag. If you are on YouTube, please don't be too harsh on us. We're old. If you're on Facebook, please come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for another One Cool Thing, and we'll have something really neat here.
What about Snapchat?